Hi everybody, I'm
Okay, start.
hello, I'm Sunai Fernando and I'm gonna speak about the Sri Lankan Civil War. As you all know, the Sri Lankan Civil War started in 1983 and ended in 2009. Uh, the, the background of the Civil War was the uh, the continuous lie between the majority Sinhalese and the Tamils. It's like uh, uh, they put unwanted things like these are Tamils and they don't belong to a country. So they think us Sinhalese thought like that and they pushed the Tamils away. This all began when the Prime Minister, Mr. S.W.R.D. Bandaranaike, replaced English with Sinhala, the only official language of the country. Uh, this might have disencouraged the Tamil people serving to our country as well as to the forces. So, when Mr. W.R.D. Bandaranaike replaced the language, the people forced the Tamil people to get retired from the jobs they're doing since they weren't fluent in English. So, uh, the war started. Uh, the Sinhala people were angry and they destroyed the largest library of South Asia, uh, which is situated in the uh, Yapane district. So, and the when the in these outbreaks, the people on the both sides were uh, both sides were uh, damaged, like they lost their lives and they were. Uh, I'm sorry to say that. So anyway, the first I didn't. I'm sorry I didn't mention uh, the beginning of this war. It's Prabhakaran, and so the 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 majors, the army wanted to stop this, but the president and the prime ministers didn't give the permission to do it, and the uh, Major Jairaj Punandapulli. I'm sorry, I don't know this pilot's name, this Kafir pilot's name. Uh, he was the best Kafir pilot in our country. Uh, and Mr. Denzel Kobak Hadur. And always, I can't forget about the heroes I'm mentioning now, as Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca and Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa, who was the former president in our country, and Mr. Shavendra Silva. Uh, they all fighted for peace and so. Um, when Mahinda Rajapaksa, the former president, uh, uh, was the former president in our country, gave permission to stop this war in 2009. Then our heroes, the field marshals, all the armies stopped this, and they were so brave. So all thanks to our heroes and the president and the prime minister, we live in peace now. And Prabhakaran, you can see him in the screen now. This is his dead body. And I would like to show a picture of Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa after the war. And Ms. Field Marshal Sarab Fonseca. Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Mr. Shavendra Silva. So, I would like to show you teacher.
Yes, Pute.
Teacher, shall I show actually the song that encourages me? So
You can play half of it, Puta, because otherwise you'll be exceeding the time limit.
This is a song that encourages me as a child living in this country.
You can play it.
I played it, teacher. Can you hear the sound?
Well, you have to adjust the sounds from your end, Puta. When you share screen, when you share the screen, there's a tab at the bottom saying sound moha khariga kira diyana. I can't exactly remember the name.
Sound share?
Share sound or sound share, yes. Click on that and then play this.
Okay, I've shared it. I hope you can hear the sound.
Now better.
Song recorded by Bati and Santosh.
We had a few technical issues in the previous session, so that is why it got delayed. And their time limit was also a little bit lengthy, and they were Akkas and Aya, so that is why we got late. I'm sorry about it. So we'll start with Yonal. Yonal, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Start Buddha.
Good evening, my dear teacher and my dear friends. I'm going
We
to talk
can't
about...
hear you, Yonal. Can't hear you.
Good evening, my dear teacher and my dear friends. I'm going to talk about the scientists. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879 in Germany. He was a physics scientist. His father is Hermann Einstein and his mother is Pauli Koch. He studied at a Catholic elementary school. In Munich, 1903, he married to marriage. He was awarded from Bernard Medal in 1920, Nobel Prize Physics in 1921, the Time Person of the Science in 1999, and 6 other more. He developed the general theories of relativity and won the Nobel Prize Physics in 1921. He invented gas absorb heat pump, Maser, Eastern refrigerator, and Bose-Einstein statistics, and some of them. Albert Einstein is one of the best scientists, mathematicians, and physicists of the 20th century. He passed in April 18, 1959. Thank you.
Thank you, Yonal. Thank you. Nim, start, Puta.
C.W.W. Kannangara was the first Minister of Education, and he was the father of free education.
Go on, Puta. Go on.
And he Good evening, my dear teacher and friends. C.W.W. Kannangara was born in 13 October 1884. He studied in Richmond College in Gaul. After studying, he became a lawyer. After that, he followed series of central schools. After that, he advised to learn not only Sinhala language but also English. After a long service, he died in 1969.
Is that all?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Right, Taransa, start.
Okay, teacher.
Start, Taransa. Can't hear you properly, Pute.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, now yes.
Good morning, my dear teacher.
Good evening.
Good afternoon, my dear teacher and my dear friends. Today I'm going to talk about Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison was an American inventor and businessman. He was born on February 11, 1847. He developed many devices that greatly infused life around the world, including the photograph, the notations, picture camera, and the long-lasting practical electric bulb. He has been directed as America's greatest inventor. Thank you.
That was very short. Very short. Okay, your time limit was 3 minutes actually. Right, Senulia, start. Senulia, start.
Next.
Start with it.
Albert Einstein, one of the smartest scientists, one of the most famous scientists ever, by William Silver. Introduction. Learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Albert Einstein was a German-born physicist. He is mainly famous for the discovery of the general relativity. Einstein's father's pocket compass was what made Einstein interested in science. Early life. Albert Einstein was born in Ulm, in Wittenberg, Germany, on March 14, 1879. Then the entire family moved to Switzerland and during 1897 revolution. He finished high school in Switzerland and attended the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich. He graduated at the age of 17 and renounced his German citizenship. Career. At the age of 26, Einstein was awarded a PhD by the University of Zurich. Albert Einstein discovered the special relativity in 1905. In 1916, he discovered the general relativity. He received the Nobel Prize in Physics for Quantum's theory of light. Einstein began searching his ideas of an unified theory. Later life. In his later years, he moved to United States in 1933. Albert Einstein was asked to become the second president of the state of Israel, but he refused. During the World War II, he helped to end the war through Manhattan Project. In 1955, Albert suffered from internal bleeding in abdominal area, but he did not want surgery and wanted to go natural. He died at the age of 76. Conclusion. Albert Einstein was a very famous scientist. He has helped many people and made many discoveries throughout his life. He made people aware of the theory of relativity. Even now, almost a century after him, people still investigate inside Einstein's universe. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Sanulya. Yevin can start now.
Teacher, can I leave?
No, you have to stay and watch and listen to the other presentations. Yevin, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Start, Puta.
Teacher.
Yes.
Can
What, Pute?
photo.
All right, send me a picture of it. Then I'll ask somebody else. Please WhatsApp that picture to me. I will share it to the screen next. Lucky this start. Lucky this start.
Okay, teacher. Can you see, teacher?
It says sharing screen, but we can't see the images.
No, teacher.
Double click and see.
No, teacher.
Teacher, it shows your screen is sharing.
No, nobody else is sharing, Pute. Who can start sharing? Is there anybody else sharing, trying to share the screen?
No, teacher.
Luckily, you stop sharing and share it again.
Okay, teacher.
Now share it again.
Teacher, I can read.
Wait, Pute. Did you send it to me?
Yes,
Teacher, can you see now?
Wait. I need time to get it. Okay, we can see now, Lakiti.
Okay, teacher.
Right, start, Lakiti, start.
Good evening, my dear teacher and my dear friends. Today, I'm going to talk about a bird near extinction. So, without further ado, let's see who this amazing bird is. Painted Francolin. So, you got the answer for your curiosity, didn't you? Today, I will be talking about the painted francolin. Who is a francolin? The birds that traditionally have been placed in the genus Franklinus is a francolin. The francolin's closest relative are the jungle fowls. Isn't it interesting? Some birds that belong to this group are given below. The black francolin, the Urkel's francolin, the Chinese francolin, and the grey francolin. So, our topic is the painted francolin. So let's see who is a painted francolin. This is an image of a painted francolin. The painted francolin or painted partridge is a species of francolin found in grassy areas in central and southern India and in the lowlands of southeastern Sri Lanka. They are easily detected by their loud calls, especially during the breeding season. This species can be told apart from the female of a black francolin by the lack of rufous hint color and the white spots on the underside. You can see it in the picture. This species of francolin are endangered of being extinct. Isn't it pity of this lovely bird being extinct? Now, let's learn some more facts about the painted francolin. This species is endemic to the Indian subcontinent. The species interbreeds with the black francolin along its northern and appears similar to the female of that species, but has no rufous hint color. The underside has white spots, while the legs are orange-yellow to red. Isn't it a beautiful creation of Mother Nature? It is more arboreal in its habits than the black francolin. This species is divided into 3 subspecies. In culture, this bird appears in a 4.50 Sri Lankan postal stamp. Now you can see a picture of that postal stamp. The painted francolin is classified scientifically. The kingdom is Animalia. Class is Aves. The family is Phasiandae. Species Francolinus pictus. The living climate of this bird is semi-dry undulating grasslands with scrub or cultivation. Remain on your seats as I am going to show you a video recorded for you to see how this bird really is. Please wait a minute. Can you see it?
No.
Hmm. Now,
Yes, we can see that you're going to share. Yes. Okay, you can start. Click on sound share. If not, we would not be able to hear it clearly.
wait a minute, teacher. Now, in this video, you can hear a bird call of a painted Franklin.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Right. Thank you, Lakiti. Yes. Now I think.
To everyone who listened patiently to my speech about the painted Franklin. Thank you.
Right. Yevin, get ready. Wait, I'll share the screen. It was ready and it has gone again. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, share screen. WhatsApp. Oh, wait. Okay, start.
Good evening, my dear friends. Today I am going to talk about famous scientist Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was born on 14th of March in 1879 in Germany. He was the eldest in the family. He was born as a common abnormal child. It was bigger than other common children. He couldn't talk properly with 2.5 years old. had a sister called Marie, called her Marie. Little Albert learned to play the violin. He is one of the great physicists. He did his PhD at the University of Munich in Switzerland. Some of his important inventions are the theory of relativity, gravitational wave. He also discovered gas absorption from acid. Einstein refrigerator was Einstein's ethics. 4 months March June 1905, Albert Einstein produced 4 papers that revolutionized science. One explaining how to measure the size of molecules in liquid, the second possibly determine their movement, third describe how light comes backwards, called protons. Foundation of quantum idea that eventually Nobel Prize. Fourth paper introduction. Measure reality, reading physics. A consideration of space time that has sufficed time since dawn of civilization. Then a few months later, almost as Einstein commented out in fifth paper that matter and energy can be interchangeable automatic levels, specifically the E equal mc2, the scientific basis of Euler energy and the most famous mathematical equation in history. He died on 18th April 1955 at the age of 76, New Jersey, in USA. After his death, it was found that frontal lobe of his mind was 15% larger than normal mind. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Yevin. Thank you. Stop share. Okay. Yevin. Rufina, start.
Good evening, my dear teacher and my dear friends. I'm here to start my presentation on a famous scientist. My inspired scientist is Marie Curie. First, I'm going to introduce her. Marie Curie is famous for her work on radioactivity. She was the first woman to win Nobel Prizes in 2 fields. This is her biography. Marie Curie was born in Poland in 1867. She studied physics at Sorbonne University, Paris. She got married to Pierre Curie. She discovered polonium and radium. She was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. She died in 1934 in Paris. Marie Curie was always the first. She was the first woman to degree in physics, the first woman to graduate in France, the first woman to obtain a Nobel Prize. the first scientist to obtain 2 Nobel Prizes. These are some famous sayings that reflect Marie Curie's character. Have no fear of perfection. You will never reach it. She says no one is perfect, but we have to achieve perfection. Worry less about people and more about ideas. She says we have to concern a lot on ideas because ideas changes the people and thinking. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. We have to face challenges fearlessly. So I think these sayings touch your heart. This is the end of my presentation. I would conclude saying Marie Curie was a woman who provided many gifts that the world desperately needs. She is a real hero as a scientist who proved that women could perform well for the betterment of the world. Thank you.
Good. Right. And then, Devin, are you ready?
Yes, teacher, can you wait a little to share the presentation? Good evening, my dear teachers and my friends. Today I am going to talk you about Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was born in 14 March 1879 to 18 April 1955. Was a German born. He was a theoretical physicist, widely acknowledged to be one of the greatest physicists of all time. Einstein is known for development the theory of quantum mechanics. Relativity and quantum mechanics are together the two pillars of modern physics. His mass energy equivalence formula E2, which arises from relatives theory, has been dubbed the world's most famous equation. His work is
Uday, what happened? Devin, what happened?
His work is also known for its influence on the philosophy of science. He received the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics for his services to theoretical physics and especially for his discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect, a pivotal step in the development of quantum theory. His intellectual achievements and originality resulted in Einstein becoming synonyms with genius. In 1905 years, sometimes described as him miracle year. Einstein published 4 groundbreaking papers. These outline the theory of the photoelectric effect, explain Brownian motion, introduced special relativity and demonstrated mass energy equivalence. Einstein thought that the laws of classical mechanics could no longer be reconciled with those of the electromagnetic field, which led him to develop his special theory of relativity. He then extended the theory of to gravitational fields. He published a paper on general relativity in 1960. Please, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Devin. Hashini, join at 6:30 පුතේ. මං ක්ලාස් එක ඉවර වෙනකොට කිව්වේ Hashini. Since I got late to finish your class, join at 6:30 Hashini. Okay? Right. Tisari start puta.
Good evening, my dear teacher and my dear friends. Today I am going to tell you about Louis Pasteur. He was a great scientist in the world. He was born on 28 December 1822. He was a French scientist and was famous for his discoveries of the principles of vaccination, microbial fermentation, and pasteurization. He was the first person to see that bacteria cause disease. He was a scientist who associated an animal disease with a microorganism. So he disproved the myth of spontaneous generation. He developed vaccines for cholera, rabies, anthrax, and chicken cholera. He was known as father of germ theory, and he was able to introduce the process of pasteurization. It kills bacteria and makes milk, wine, and beer safer to drink. He helped to save silk industry by investigating the cause for the silkworm disease. Thank you.
That was good, but it was too short. Huh? Right. And Situmya, start.
Good evening, my dear teacher and my dear friends. I would like to speak about a great scientist. He is Galileo Galilei, and he was an Italian scientist who opened the eyes of the world to a new way of thinking about how our solar system and astronomy in general works. Galileo was born on 15 February 1564 in Pisa in Italy. He was the eldest of 5 siblings. His father was Vincenzo Galilei, who was a music teacher and a musician. When he was 10 years old, his family moved to Florence. There he started his education. At the age of 17 years, he studied medicine at the university. But he didn't finish his medical degree. He was more interested in maths, and 2 years later he studied mathematics. One of his first scientific observations was with a lamp hanging from the ceiling in the cathedral. He noticed that how far the lamp swung, it took the same time to swing back and forth. This observation didn't agree with the common scientific principles of the day. In 1585, Galileo left the university and got a job as a teacher. He began to experiment with many objects. Galileo's experiments. He decided to run an experiment on the Leaning Tower of Pisa. He went to the top and dropped 2 balls of the same size but different weights. He believed that the heavy item would land first, but it didn't. They both landed at the same time. Galileo's experiments made some people angry. For many years, scientists believed that the sun and the planets revolve around the earth, but Galileo proved it wasn't actually correct. He discovered the earth and the planets revolve around the sun. He made great improvements to the telescope and began to use it to read the planets. Galileo made many discoveries using his telescope. He discovered 4 large moons around the Jupiter and face of the planet moons. He also discovered sunspots and realized that the moon was not smooth but was covered with craters. He wrote a book. In this book, he decided described why he thought the earth orbited the sun. The Catholic Church didn't agree with Galileo's ideas. They sentenced him to live life in prison. Later, Galileo allowed him to live at his home under house arrest. In his later years, he became blind. He died on 8 January 1642. Thank you very much.
Wow, nice. Good, Situmya. And who didn't do still? Nelinsa, start Puta.
Teacher, can you see?
Yes, Puta, yes.
Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about an animal near extinction, pandas. Here are some images of pandas. Introduction. A giant panda is a bear common in south-central China and known as the national animal there. How many types of pandas are there? There are 2 different kinds of pandas. They are red pandas and giant pandas. Red panda and a giant panda. Details. Giant panda. As we see most commonly, bears are seen in black and white color. Normally, its lifespan is 20 years and its height is up to 60-90 centimeters. It is a herbivorous animal. They are very rarely seen in the environment.
Pandas mostly live in large forests on humid and relatively tall mountains about 2,200 to 3,000 meters. They usually eat around 26 to 84 pounds of bamboo every day. Their eyes are very different to normal bears. Cubs are well protected in their first month 100% by mother pandas. When the cubs reach 5 months, their parents learn them to climb. Here are some images. They have an extended wrist bone that they use like a thumb to help them grip food. They spend the day by eating most time. Pandas need at least 2 different bamboo species in their range to avoid starvation. They do eat something other than bamboo like eggs, small animals, forage in farmland for pumpkin, kidney beans. Mark their scent. Pandas climb the tree backwards with their hind feet until they are in a full handstand upside down. Mostly, panda babies or cubs are born on the month on August. Pandas look so cute and they get attracted not only by Chinese people, but also Sri Lankans too. As they are popular, many fans are there worldwide. Keep calm and love pandas. As Sri Lankans, we feel sad and angry about the destruction going on with pandas. We must protect pandas as much as we can to show our next generation. Help save the panda. Giant pandas are so important to us. They help to keep their mountain forests healthy by spreading seeds in their droppings, which helps vegetation to thrive. The pandas forest environment is also important for local people for food, income and fuel for cooking and heating. Details. Red panda. The red panda is slightly larger than a domestic cat. It is like brown color and there are white markings on the side of the head and above small eyes. Here is red panda. Red pandas live in the eastern Himalayas in places like China, Nepal and Bhutan. They spend most of their time in trees. They use their long bushy tails for balance and to cover themselves in winter. Red panda eat bamboo and they occasionally eat small mammals, eggs and flowers. Normally, red pandas may live as long as 23 years. Although red pandas are excellent swimmers, it is not something they do very often. The baby red pandas are called cubs. They nurse until they are 13 to 22 weeks old. Red pandas females are called sows. The males are called boars. Pandas are lazy. Eating and sleeping, they make their day. Here are some baby cubs. Saving red pandas is important to the preservation of the world's natural heritage and global biodiversity. Save red pandas to show our next generation and protect them. I conclude my speech saying that I am a panda fan too. Thank you.
Thank you, Nilinsa. Harshana, are you ready with your speech, with your presentation?
Yes, teacher.
Start, Puta.
Evening, teachers and friends. Today I'm on Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein was born in 13th. Albert Einstein was born in 13th.
Why, Harshana?
Albert Einstein is regarded as the father of modern physics. He was born in Germany on 14th March 1879. His father's name was Hermann Einstein and mother's name was Pauline Koch. Albert attended a Catholic elementary school in Munich at the age of 5 for 3 years. Then he was transferred to Luitpold, where he had received advanced primary and secondary school education. In 1905, Einstein received his PhD from University of Zurich. In 1905, he published his four of his groundbreaking papers. The papers provided information on the photoelectric effect, Brownian motion, and special relativity. These papers brought Einstein to the limelight and became famous worldwide. He visited many countries, including Sri Lanka, Singapore, and Japan, to serve his lectures. He died at Princeton, New Jersey in 1955. Thank you.
Right. Did everybody do their presentations?
Teacher.
Harshana, can you clear this footer? Harshana, okay, thank you. Did everybody perform? Yes. So some of you had very well structured speeches and very informative and very interesting and attractive, right? So what I have to tell you is, well done, right? And this activity is being given to you. Give me a second. I gave this activity to you, like I told you before, to create a platform for you to perform in front of an audience, right? And then one thing I want you to remember, most of you did what you did was you did the PowerPoint presentation, and you just read out what was in the presentation, what was already on the screen. I would like you to do it the other way. Share the picture on the screen. Share the picture on the screen, but make sure that you do not read out the entire thing. You have to keep your speech or the note or whatever with you, right? Have only the most important things on the screen, right? Yes, child. I want you to share only what is most important on the screen. Have the script with you in hand, and then you inform us, you tell us, right? Because anyway, all of us can read what is on the screen, right? So pointless reading out what is already on the screen, right? But I don't see it as anything wrong, but it's just that I am adding my idea, my thought and my guidance for you to improve, and that is how you should be doing it. Because on the presentation you can only have the most important points. A short form එකේ points ටික විතරයි තියෙන්න ඕන. Your elaborate explanation has to be done by you using what is shown on the screen. Okay, right. So that is my biggest advice to you. And then next, I will give you another topic within this week. If there are particular topics that you are particularly interested in, please feel free to share it in the group. Samahara groups වල දැනටමත් දාලා තියෙනවා, teacher we would like to talk about this and that කියලා samahara groups වල දාලා තියෙනවා. So please feel free to share it in the 2011 group or 10 group or whatever the group that you belong to, saying teacher we would like to talk about this. But I am mainly focusing on topics that would make you do a little bit of a research, that would encourage you to do a little bit of reading. Right? Product challenging topics දවසින් දවස දෙන්න තමයි teacher බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ, because in that way you will learn to read and research, analyze හම්බෙන information ඔක්කොම ටික මුළු හැල්ලම දාන්න බෑනේ presentation එකට, because you have a time limit, and then you have to learn to cut and chop and edit and structure it. Right, so a very big round of an applause to the wonderful mummies and daddies, ammis and tatis behind the screen who are helping these children amidst all their busy schedules. Samahara ammila tatila half day දාගෙන house ගෙදර ඇවිල්ලා පොඩි අයට help කරපු අය හිටියා, or else samahara parents la office එකෙන් log වෙලා ගෙදර ඉන්න බබාට team view දාලා share කරගෙන මේ screen share කරගෙන ඒ ටික කරලා දුන්නා. So I am very grateful to all those parents who are supporting me and mainly supporting the children to do this activity, right? So mang interesting topics then definitely ඒ වගේම අපෝ කියලා හිතුණාත් ඔයගලන්ට පස්සේ හොයාගෙන යනකොට හිතේ ශාමාරු topic එකනේ teacher දීලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. But if there are any topics that you are particularly interested in, feel free to share it in your age group, WhatsApp group. Then I will consider, then I will see. එතකොට මට තවත් ideas එනවනේ එතනින් එහාට. Right? Okay. So next time, in another 3 weeks, no, 4 weeks time, on the 3rd week of June, I'm going to do the same activity again. Please remember, I am going to select first, second, and third, and I am going to time your speeches as well. So it has to be for 3 minutes, or anyway, time limits I will let you know according to the topic that I'm going to give you. And I am trying my very best to make you avoid repeating the same topic. I mean, now scientists like Muhammad, most of you spoke about Albert Einstein. And most of you spoke about Thomas Alva Edison, and 2 people spoke about Marie Curie from another group as well. And so even when we spoke about animals de-extinction, most of you spoke about the same topic more or less. So I'm trying to avoid it, and I'm trying to give each one of you a separate topic. Right, I'm trying to give each one of you a separate topic to use and to talk. Right, so well done. A big round of applause to all of you. Well done. I hope you enjoyed this activity. But I think you will benefit one day. You will benefit from it. And then on the other hand, there were some grammatical errors, there were some spelling mistakes, there were some pronunciation errors, but I didn't stop you. But I didn't correct you, because it is not ethical to stop you here and there and to correct you when you are in the midst of a public, when you are delivering a public speech. Right? It is not nice. It is not well mannered. It is not ethical. in public, I will be humiliating you. In public, I will be putting you in trouble. So I didn't want to do that. So I didn't correct you. I didn't stop you. I just let you go ahead with your speeches. But when you do your next speech, make sure you check your grammar. Make sure you check your pronunciation. The easiest way is just type on Google how to pronounce this word. You get the recording. You get the recording. So in that way, you can learn the correct pronunciation, right? And if there is a spelling error or a grammatical error, your computer, your laptop will be highlighting it. So just check where it has gone wrong, because I am not going to tell you that I will correct your speeches before you perform. That is not going to happen, and I would not be able to correct all your 100-odd speeches. Right, so I'm not going to say that, but I want you to correct it. And if there's anything that you can't get Google assistance, then you can turn to me and just drop a message. I will do what I can do. Okay, right, so well done. I hope you enjoyed this activity. My literature students have already joined. I have not been breathing even since 4 o'clock. Just give me about 5 more minutes, literature students. I will come back.
Sure thing, teacher.
Bye-bye. God bless you. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye, teacher. God bless you, teacher. Have a nice day, teacher. Bye,
Take care.
teacher.
Bye. God bless you.
Bye.